You've probably gotten some bad school supplies. You've probably experienced pencils that break easily, erasers that smudge, markers that die within a year, and backpacks to give you back pain in a month. But guess what? I'll be giving you a full guide on the best items to get the school year before we get started. I want you to subscribe, like, and comment to see more things like this. On with the video. Stationery. Being able to take quality notes is very important for excelling in school. So it's important to have quality supplies to make these notes come to life. Let's get started with the best pens this year. Pentel Gel, these you can get in big packs but are super pigmented and last really long time. For the most aesthetically pleasing one, I like using the Uniball gel pens. These ones are not only visually pleasing, but also write super smooth, have great pigment, and last a really long time. And for me, the one with the best quality is the Zebra ballpoint pen. These pens are notorious for being some of the best in the game and will probably outlive me now. Moving on, let's move on to the best pencils for the best value. I chose the Unikuru Toga Roulette. This pencil is not only good for its money, but also super strong, very durable, and you can use it for a really long time. It's really easy to use, which is a reason why I tend to gravitate to it for the most aesthetic pencil. I chose the Sunstar Sinbad, which I find super cute because not only is it super compact and small, it also is somewhat translucent, which gives it a very visually pleasing appeal to it, which is why I chose it for the most aesthetic, for the best quality. Again, going back to the Pentel items, I chose the Pengraph Gear 1000, which I found to be the most durable, the strongest, and the pen I tend to always gravitate back to and go back to just for how reliable it is for me, and that only has a really nice design. But it's also super sleek and it can fit basically in your back pocket. It truly is one of my favorite pencils to use. I'm moving on. These are my favorite highlighters to use. For the best value highlighter, I like the Monami Asanti Twin Highlighters. Not only are these super cheap, under around $5 to $7, they come in super cute colors that brighten up any set of notes for me. The most aesthetic highlighter is the Kyra Glitter Marker. Sunstar, these are not only super compact, but also super cute because they come in a glitter gel, which really enhances not only its pigment, but also just making your notes super cute and aesthetically pleasing. For the best quality highlighter, I always find myself going back to the Zero Midliner Double-Ended pen just for the fact that these are super long-lasting. I've had my pack for over a year and it's still holding up super well, and it comes in bright pigmented colors. It comes in many different shades, whether you want bright or pastel or dark, and they're both double-ended. So not only can you highlight things brightly, you can also go in with smaller details. Up next is the best notebooks that you can get this year for the best value. I actually chose the Amazon Basics notebooks just for the fact that I actually found that for its extremely cheap price, it's actually a pretty solid notebook and was able to hold a lot of my notes and didn't bleed as bad as I thought it would, and actually held up really nice for the most aesthetic notebook. I chose the Campus Dot notebooks. Campus is a very great brand when it comes to notebooks. Not just aesthetically, but just use it is super high quality. And one of my favorites to use, and comes many colors and many different page types depending on how you like your pages, whether it's dotted or line or graphed. For the best quality notebook, I chose the 5-star wire bound. I found that this one is just super strong and holds so much support. It has folders in the inside for actual work. I always use this one for math folders just because it holds up so well and can really take on anything. Okay, these are your basics that you are going to need throughout the year, but for those things I missed, here are some of my favorite extras to enhance your school supplies. For the extras, my first one is the $1 index card set from Five Below. When I first got this, I mainly got it because I just thought it looked really cute, but I found that it's actually super practical, holds up really well, and is able to organize all my flashcards in a really cute way. Next, I put the high polymer Pentel eraser. I bet you can tell that I like the Pentel brand. There's a eraser can basically cover up anything. It is one of the best high-grade erasers I've ever used. They're also super cheap, and they're just overall a great eraser that I always kept with me. Next, I have translucent tabs. I find that these are perfect for when you're annotating and you really just need something to use to mark something down. I find it just really helps organize anything, and just having one set of them can really change your organizing experience. For the next extras, I have the Tombow Mono Air Correction Tape. This is one of the smoothest correction tapes I've used that do not leave lumps or bumps or that weird line to it that normal whiteout does. I find that this is one of the best correction tapes on the market. This one's a weird one, but I find that sometimes I do need to use scissors at school, so I put these compact scissors in because they're super portable but also safe and compact and ruin your pencil case. Finally, I have the stationery kit, which basically kind of has a little bit of everything I've used before, but I find that it really is just super efficient and it's small. It's portable and it's just great to have with you wherever you go now with this knowledge. You should be able to prepare yourself for this school year. Obviously, I wasn't able to cover everything, so if you have your own recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching and see you next time.